We have just been so waterlogged.
Yes.
The sun is starting to peek out in some spots. The cold front is through the mid-state. So now we, of course, have to go to the other side of the story, which is the cold front, the cold air, right? So we were in the 60s. We're going to drop down to feels like factor wind chills down into the 20s. So it's not as bad a roller coaster as we've had the last couple weeks. That doesn't say much because we've had some pretty significant whiplash events over the last 2 weeks. 46 in Cookeville right now. Top temperature today 60. Of course, that was much earlier in the day. Almost 3/4 of an inch of rain there. That wind out of the west at 21. Same thing Clarksville, and look at the rainfall totals there. It's nice to see the blue sky, but you can even see the camera shaking just a little bit. Over 1 3/4 of an inch of rain, and that's just since midnight. That doesn't include the rain that fell yesterday leading up to midnight. Murfreesboro, over 3/4 of an inch. Same thing, that wind picking up, those temperatures are dropping. So this is a loop of radar and satellite over the last 6 hours. You see how that last breath of rain associated with the actual cold front really raced quickly across the mid-state today. And as it has moved through, that wind energy is starting to pick up. Of course, the main consequence is just how waterlogged, how soggy, how damp, how muddy the ground is. Widespread over the last 24 hours, 1.5 to 2 inches. Some spots got closer to that 3-inch mark, especially for folks west of Interstate 65. And since February 1st, we've all been soaked. Over 6 inches of rain in just 12 days. It is a wet month, and unfortunately, we're tracking the potential for more rain. Few rounds of it in the next 7 days. The thing you'll notice tonight is the drop in temperatures and the wind. Right now, the wind gusts, these are your gust speeds. They're upwards of 25 to 30 miles per hour. That'll rock the car a little bit as you're driving home tonight. It also means the window's up and the heat start to turn back on. 48 is where we sit, but you add that strong wind out of the west. 48 doesn't feel like 48. 48 feels like 43. And you look up the pipeline, Paducah feels like factor in the 30s, St. Louis up into the 20s. That means as we drop down to the freezing mark tonight, you guessed it, that wind chill is going to be even lower. So feeling like the 20s tomorrow morning. Some spots may be low 20s, even near teens, but all in all, it should be widespread, starting the day in the 20s, feeling like the 20s with dry skies. Most importantly, dry skies across the area. Here's a look at those computer model wind chill values for tomorrow morning. So definitely some brisk spots. The other thing I would say is if there's any standing water near your house, since we do look to touch the freezing mark tonight, 32 in Nashville, that would be some 20s outside the city. It's possible that there may be a few slick spots, but it shouldn't be widespread, in part because of the wind. That'll keep the air mixed up enough tonight that we're not expecting anything significant. How good does sunshine look for the next 2 days? That gets us to near 60 on Thursday before more rain swings in. A good soaking looks to swing in Friday night into Saturday. More rain Saturday night into Sunday. The heaviest rain looks to fall Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, Rory, where we could see another widespread 1 to 2 inches across the area.
All right.